Let's quickly run through our headlines. Kokomi's 48-hour shutdown cripples normal life. And former Chief Minister Okram Ibobi laments government's contradictory actions against its promises on territorial integrity. Good evening, you have tuned into Pm-Istv English News. This is Darlun Chankaling giving you the news in brief. The 48-hour general strike called by Kokomi in the state is underway. Kokomi demands resignation of Chief Secretary, Security Advisor and DGP of Manipur within 48 hours. Few vehicles were seen plying on road. Quaramba markets remain shut. Passenger vehicles stayed off the road and band supporters were also seen blocking vehicular movements at various places. In a press meet held at the office of Kokomi at Lamphilpat, its convener Kuraijam Athoba condemned the action by personnel of the Central Forces, where they instructed MST officials to remove the signage with Manipur from the bus before allowing it to proceed. Following the incident, Executive Committee and Consultative Committee of Kokomi convened a meeting where certain resolutions were adopted. Imposing 48-hour general strike all across Manipur was one of the resolutions. However, travelling for Siroi Lili festival and essential services have been exempted from the general strike, Athoba said. He then urged people to stay prepared to join Kokomi in launching intense agitation if the government failed to address its demands in 48 hours.
General strike pung nipuni pan sigi hek matung da sigi manung sida ya koina talib demand governor apology miyam da tender toba amadi mari lenaba top official security advisor DGP amadi chief secretary na resignation tender tawdaba targadi miyam humna khongjang changsin nanaba sem sadan lebiu madu gi khongjang singa koi makha tabada soidan lautok chargani haidana miyam manipur miyam mafam da kokomi gi maigedagi miyam ho sinjaraga lautok chari.
Meanwhile, Kokomi Women's Wing has stated that they have no faith in the inquiry committee constituted to investigate the Gwaltabi incident. In a press meet at its office, convener of the wing, R.K. Tarakshana, said the report of the inquiry committee cannot be trusted as its members are subordinates of the governor and chief secretary. Questioning the logic behind restricting Manipur label within Manipur, Tarakshana said the governor, chief secretary, security advisor and DGP must take responsibility of the incident. She also demanded to disclose the authority that gave the order to Maharajaman and added that such order is an assault to the state's identity. Tarakshana further lamented the governor for his inaction against the Kuki riders who obstructed the free movement directive on March 8 and denounced the silence of the MLAs over the incident. Kokomi will continue its strikes until justice is delivered on the incident. She announced an appeal for people's support to achieve the objective.
Maharaji menai mapande outside ki Central Force ne Central Force ki mathakta akoi Manipur government gi level sinche kamai tawdana adugi inquiry committee tawdone maduma akoi na thajaba sungam moy inquiry committee sem da baga mari leina di makoina Manipur thabu muthalalise masi atubada makoina masimati puthok pijaba yaroi madu puthok tri pabodi akoi kongan jo hangiroi akoi hayeng dor matungda akoi makhata na kai tawgadabe to akoi mifam bangthokan do akoi lautok charak.
Kokomi Students Front has urged the public to participate in the second day of the 48-hour general strike called by Kokomi. A press meet was held today at the AIMS head office in Kwaketel, where convener of Kokomi Student Front, Sukham Vidyananda, reiterated their firm demands, which include the resignation of the Chief Secretary, Director General of Police and Security Advisor, as well as a formal apology from the Governor of Manipur regarding the recent incident at the Gwaltabi checkpoint involving army personnel and journalists. He also expressed dissatisfaction with the inquiry committee announced by the Chief Secretary, stating that it would not ensure a fair investigation. He demanded that the inquiry be led by a retired High Court judge to guarantee credibility and transparency.
Hojik Sathariba General Strike Asiki Manung Pawada DGP Chief Secretary and Security Advisor Ahumasi Jain Toba Luina Manipuri Governor Manipuri Miamda Lali Haibigi apology Matenda Tawdavation Makanda Manipuri Miamda Haiba demanding a Semapungpana Pangana Honama Matamda Lamdam Asid Labiriba it is a quite Kudimagna Lambi the Topidana Haying any Suba General Strike no Mirisida Miam Hopna protest on Minaba Adu in their Langaki Mathata Mailin wishing Mathata Apun Makola Lamina Namikam Saminasi.
Endorsing the 48-hour general strike, Mairapaibi's block roads at Khumbong Market and launch agitation restricting the movements of state and central forces. President of Apunba Maite Leima Marup Loop Imphal West, Konjengbam Guni, who is also the president of Khumbong Panthoibi Chanura Maira Loop, expressed concern that despite being under the governance of the Governor, Chief Secretary, DGP and Security Advisor during the President's rule in Manipur, restrictions persist. She cited the limitations on accessing Kobru and Thangjing Hill as well as the Central Forces restriction on media personnel attending the Shiroi Lili Festival due to Manipur signage on their bus. Guni lamented the gradual loss of ancestral lands and raised questions about the future of the upcoming generations. She urged the Governor to clarify whose orders led to the directive to conceal the label of Manipur on the bus.
Manipur Sasom Pariba, Governor to Mina to Karai no, Chief Secretary to Malay no, Advisor to Malay no, Mama Kwamam, then Thomas, so only the Tomatamda. Hey, I work in the Centro, Setoka di Baladom Tony.
Members of the Naharol Sintha Kanglup of Wangkai Kaitel, Asangbi, and the Women Development Mairapaibi Association Unit 5 of Nongmaibung Old Chekon DC Road took part in the 48-hour general strike called by Kokumi. As part of the strike, vehicles not engaged in emergency or essential services were stopped and made to turn back by protesters. General Secretary of Naharol Sintha Kanglup, Maibam Serjit, expressed strong discontent over security personnel not allowing a Manipur State Transport MST bus carrying journalists to cover Shiroi Lili Festival to operate within the state unless the word Manipur was removed from the vehicle. He also criticized the organizers of the Shiroi Lili Festival for the silence and lack of response following the incident. Sherjit questioned whether the ongoing developments indicate a hidden agenda by the Indian government for Manipur.
Manipur da laiba akoina Manipur tharaga Manipur gi mafam kachin kwa da chatpa ngamdaba masida yamna thamu sokpa loinana haiba bannasi Shiroi Lili siliba kangu sinadi khalambe yai Shiroi Lili festival da bannasina akaibi pi haina khalambe yai adubu akoina mu haijeningbo wafamdi ngasigi adugumlaba ban asidesida amdi Manipur thaba yadi haiduna thingba sidesida Shiroi Lili organizer kangu nasu free fair oina minus alhamba salhanbiu haibagi wai ama phaw phongdoktaba aduna haiba asu akoina condemn tawjai loinana Manipur gi praja mo oina Manipur thagera Japan thagera mo oigera haiba Shiroi festival asidaida satpa matamda kaimta thingba bibiganu amadi Manipur thaba yadi haiba se India government ki karma manungi agenda no haiba wafam asi thamjani.
Secretary of Senjam Chirang Mairapaibi Haikam Ambrapati has demanded the immediate removal of Chief Secretary, Security Advisor and DGP of the PR government. She made a statement during the sit-in protest stage at a community hall of Senjam Chirag in Segmai Assembly constituency, which was attended by Mairapaibis of Senjam Chirag Ban villagers. Haikam Ambrapati said that the Mairapaibis of Senjam Chirag strongly condemned the recent incident at Gwaltabi. She questioned about hidden agenda on restricting the signage of Manipur within the state of Manipur, be it on MST bus or any other vehicle. She said that the present Chief Secretary, Security Advisor and DGP in the PR government must be removed and replaced with individuals from the indigenous communities. She warned that the future of the state and community hangs in uncertainty unless civil society organizations, Mairapaibis and the people unite and rise up collectively rather than remaining silent in the face of adversity.
Purda civil society my bill amadi organization loima hominarase amatta oiba khongchang changminaraga yadi haiba parasima taminarasi PR sarkar da maruena chief secretary chief advisory governor makhoi ahum se khudakta lakhokpa pami lakhok naba irang je haurasi aduga Manipur da leijariba hominariba furuk kunthang ase manungde xyz oningbo oiseno matik chaba mi do khallaga paihansi.
Following Kokomi's ongoing 48 hours general strike, many people gathered near Thangmaiban DM College Gate area to stop vehicles. However, vehicles involved in emergency or essential services were allowed to pass through. Thoubal district also wore a deserted look as denizens of the district endorsed Kokomi's 48 hours general strike. Passenger vehicles stayed off the road in the district while schools and colleges remained closed. People in Bishnupur also endorsed the 48 hours general strike call in Manipur by Kokomi starting yesterday's midnight. The mothers closed down markets, shops and launched agitation. Maipak Tombi, a mother participating in the agitation, remarked that it is time for introspection on how people are living in their own state where even basic freedom of movement is restricted. She stressed that it is time for all organizations in Manipur to unite and stand together for the motherland.
India ki manung da sanari ba mayam se karai da gino haibe matamda Manipur da gino Manipur masana India sinkhalaga la ineba aikoi Manipur masa aikoi se Manipur na te haitara ga aikoi karai de no.
Laurembam Promo stated that Gwaltabi incident is an affront to the people of Manipur, an insult that undermines their dignity before the world and a deliberate attempt to disrupt the unity of the community.
Manipur India ra tilubadi aikoi bu lokhan ba aikoi gi Manipur lam lokhan ba aikoi gi mi hat ba asini moi nga si pami bachidi adui batara gadi aikoi re pre-major status athuba matam da koi handok piro Manipur se India ra tinjara roi Manipur da India government na thari India government ha na thari ba o chingje signboard chingje akoi khudap ta lokhokani Manipur na India da tinba yadrabani na India gi koi gi Manipur gi kari gumbe ma ta tobi rabani na the
support of the 48 hours general strike called by Kokomi is widely visible at many important places in Bishnupur district. There's a very less movement of people on the road owing to the general strike, and passenger service vehicles stayed off the road. Educational institutions, banks, oil pumps remain shut. Although roadblocks are not done, markets within the districts like Moirang Market, Kumbi Market, Ningthokong Market and other markets were also closed. Endorsing the general strike and displaying grassroots resistance, women protesters in Kumbi stopped a convoy of Central Armed Forces and pasted Manipur Kangleipak posters. The protesters formed a human blockade compelling the convoy to halt and then place a symbolic message Manipur Kangleipak directly on the military vehicle as a statement of ownership, history and resistance. Following Kokomi's ongoing 48 hours general strike, a significant shutdown was observed in Jiribam district. Shops, markets, schools and colleges remained closed as people showed strong support for the strike. Speaking to the media, advisor of Kokomi's women wing in Jiribam and Nivarani condemned the incident in which security personnel stopped journalists travelling on a Manipur state transport bus to cover the Siroi Lili festival, demanding they remove the state name Manipur displayed on the bus. She called for the resignation of Manipur Security Advisor, Director General of Police and Chief Secretary, and demanded an apology from the Governor of Manipur. Nivarani also urged the public to actively participate in the ongoing strike.
Manipur iramdam sida Manipur number thadana karamba number tharaga sanagazabano mari lenaba authority da khoina wakasari asigum laba phibam chadaba sigum laba niom kairaba sigum ba central security force nga toriba thabak se athuba matamda thado aduga makoi gi maramdam da athuba damda halango.
Former Chief Minister Okram Ibobi called the government an irresponsible one over the Gwaltabi incident where vehicles were instructed to erase the name of the state Manipur for travel within the state of Manipur itself. He said such action of the government contradicts the promises it had made on safeguarding the territorial integrity. Okram Ibobi made the statements while attending the observance of Anti-Terrorism Day at Congress Bhavan. He further highlighted that there is not not much difference in the BJP government, which had ruled the state for 7 years, and the present government ruled by NDA under President's rule, as both have failed to protect the properties and the citizens. The former Chief Minister also strongly condemned the action of the central forces in Gwaldabi incident and demanded the governor of Manipur to hold accountable for the incident.
Central force never. Moiga Ayaba Yaura Tolibra, not Regana, Moisi Paitra, they cannot escape from their responsibility. Machine Daita Purumaxi, Ada, Central of Paliba, Modi, Amit Shah, Steta, Good Winner Leriba, Rasta Patigi, Mount Silagas, Narsi, Winner responsibility, Logo the Vani, Machidi, Iva, Sindadi Manipuri territorial integrity, Kaiba compromise, Dum Haiba, other Dautorapa Tabaktana, Amato say, Kari Haini, Vegato, the Hagana, Sindani long Haida, Sindama, Dautorapa Tabana, City, Abdayam, Kango Waida.
Member of Parliament for the Inner Manipur Parliamentary Constituency Angomja Bimolokhoijam has submitted a memorandum to the Governor of Manipur calling for immediate and stringent action against those involved in the recent incident at Gwaldabi checkpost. The memorandum outlines the events that took place on the 20th of this month, noting with grave concern the conduct of the security forces stationed at the checkpost. MP Bimol expressed that the behavior exhibited by the forces involving the Maha Regiment are both unacceptable and deeply troubling. He underscored that such conduct not only contradicts the fundamental values of Manipur, but also poses a serious threat to the state's territorial and political integrity. The MP noted that these actions undermine the credibility of the central forces and have the potential to incite unrest. MP Bimol urged that the incident may be deemed unconstitutional and could even amount to an act of treason, given that the troops involved appeared to act without any legal or constitutional mandate. He cautioned that such behavior is extremely dangerous, especially within the current volatile context of Manipur, calling the incident an outright contempt of the constitutional order. MP Bimol warned that acts of this nature, mutinous and treasonous in character by uniformed personnel, cannot be allowed to go unpunished. He urged the governor to take decisive action by identifying the individuals responsible and initiating the strictest measures necessary to uphold the rule of law and ensure a return to normalcy in the state. Convener of Imagi Meira, Th. Sujata, revealed that Manipur Security Advisor Kuldeep Singh reportedly informed her that the controversial decision to bar the use of vehicles bearing the word Manipur was taken collectively by top state authorities, including the Chief Secretary and additional DGP, with the knowledge of the governor. The disclosure came during a reported meeting between Imagi Meira and the security advisor. Th. Sujata said the advisor conveyed that the move was a coordinated decision among senior officials, raising fresh questions about the government's internal handling of the matter.
Akhoi state amagi gari bu mokoina adugumba ba thon gi haidana sonda changaloi haibegi lambi oi lerameba akoina haina madu by force changadabneba Maduda attack Tara Gadi Madu Matam to the Pagalam Neva. Moibusum, when I do our cabin in a quay to Neharasum like Taragadi, appointing Punzikaino, when a protection picket of a Moina, Adolum the Wakal Canada Magadi, Moy Lady Vigata Toiba, Governor from Vigata Toiba, President Rula Vigata Toiba, Akway si Karinova, Manipuki Prazasakari, when you have a question in the Buena Lady. Adunas Masiam, reasonable idea, Mana have a post Puna Sarkana Lomina, I told they decided a Punbagini Habanina, Moy Run responsibility or Ravanina, Moy. Puna get out to have a matam yore have a pote masi imam am the canare ado makata abdi prazaga mianga manaraga chatminara palambi mati batare.
Vice President of Republican Party of India Athwale, Manipur State Sapam Kangleipal Meitei has formally filed an application seeking official clarification, certified government records and decisions relating to the alleged recognition or establishment of Gwaltabi Kuki village from the Department of Tribal Affairs and Hills. Speaking to media at State RPI office, Kangleipal said he requested the department to clarify whether the village has been officially declared or recognized by the government of Manipur under existing norms and procedures. The petition also asked for disclosure of any proposals, applications or file notings related to the matter, whether pending or disposed. Additionally, the application seeks access to notifications, circulars, office memorandum and official correspondence related to Gwaltabi Kuki village, records of communication between the department and any individual or authority claiming to represent Gwaltabi Kuki village authority.
Gwaltabi Khul haibase already Imphal East district ki manungda khul amoina recognize torga yam lisang sina leraba adungbo khul amani masige akoibada tariba mayamda Kuki haiba Kuki village sing sesidi 1992 da thokiba naga amadi Kuki gi warda naga gi khul singda haidi tangkhul gi khul singda saidanga ga leramba kangbu singdu la akanda landuna marmor kanda la generaga refusing oina legiba singe aduna Gwaltabi Kuki village haiba ma thamamiba potse aikoi masi yaningdaba tangai fadaba legal gi thabak mayam singa se akoi pangthoknadaba RTI thabse horp.
Students of schools situated at Hianglam Wabagai took out rally condemning the action of security forces who instructed journalists being ferried in an MST bus to remove the name of the state Manipur from the bus at Gwaltabi. The rally commenced from Hianglam Laipang Hanba and ended at Hianglam Wabagai Lamkai Market. Large number of students from Valvidyala Bhavan, Polestar School, Grace Reach Academy and BM School of Excellence Learning School took part in the rally. At Wangkai Angom Laikai, women staged a protest by blocking roads and plastering vehicles with placards bearing the name Kangleipak as part of their agitation. A woman taking part in the agitation condemned the incident which occurred at Gwaltabi.
1947 merger agreement Shillong da tong laki ba ado gumna akoi separate oiser ke haibu natina akoi option leitre ba akoi wakasi kana dano batam gadori parja ama oina public ama oina misam ama oina akoi hojik taw gadori se karino ba kayang kuina khang gaduna leiduri ge imam yam sing parja yam sing asuki batik ware adu wana yengba government india da wang hangjaningi.
Meitei or Meitei Tribe Union has appealed to the Ministry of Home Affairs to extend measures in Manipur similar to intensified efforts taken up after Pahalgam terror attack to identify and monitor foreign nationals across various states and union territories. The union urged a focused investigation into individuals from the Kuki-Zo community who have entered the state illegally from Myanmar. The union statements express serious concern, claiming that Myanmar-based militants have infiltrated Manipur and are posing a threat to local populations. It alleged that lakhs of Burmese nationals have entered and illegally settled in the state, highlighting that Manipur is an integral part of India. The Meitei or Meitei Tribe Union call on the centre to treat the situation with equal seriousness and urgency. The union demanded the establishment of foreigner tribunals in every district of Manipur to identify and verify documented foreigners residing in the state. In alignment with the MHA's ongoing All India Survey of Foreign Nationals to be completed within 30 days, the union urged the immediate initiation of similar verification operations in Manipur. Moving on with other updates now, students of Jenims Hospital continued the 72 hours cease work protest organized by Resident Doctor Association Jenims outside OPDs of Jenims, opposing fee hike for the PG students of Jenims. Speaking to ISTV News, the students claim that despite their repeated requests since January 2024, their plea to reconsider the fee hike order issued 2 years ago has gone unheeded. The fee for postgraduate studies was increased from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 3 lakh for the 3-year course, prompting them to launch a 72 hours cease work protest. The students protesters later took out a rally in the surrounding areas of Jenims, raising slogans against the fee hike.
We do not want to hamper patient care. We care about our patients, but please understand that we have no other option left. We are PGs who are earning such less salary, and we have to support our family. Most of us are married here with kids to take care of, old parents to take care of. How can we pay such a large sum of money and take care of our family? So I hope you all understand that this is all in good faith. We don't want to hamper patient care, but we also cannot pay such a huge hike in fees.
A fast-track special court has convicted a 25-year-old habitual offender for the rape of his own minor daughter. The conviction was delivered yesterday by Judge R.K. Memcha of Fast-Track Special Court No. 1. The incident took place on March 30, 2022, under the jurisdiction of Lumphel Police Station. The offender was found guilty under Section 6 of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences of POCSO Act. The court has scheduled the sentence hearing for May 27 of 2025, when the quantum of punishment will be announced. This is not the convict's first offence. He was previously convicted by Fast Track Special Court No. 2 on February 12, 2024 for a similar crime committed on another minor girl in Lumphel East District back in August 2017. Moving on with other updates now. Excuse me. The Golden Jubilee celebration of Progressive Artists Laboratory PAL will conclude with a two-day closing ceremony in May 21 and 22. The closing ceremony will involve prize distribution, dance and drama. The first day of the closing ceremony, held at the PAL complex at Lamboy Kongnangkong, was graced by former Deputy CM Y. Joykumar. The first day include classical solo dance festival and distributed Guru Tarun Kumar Imagery Award 2025 to 6 artists. Those who won the Guru Tarun Kumar Imagery Award 2025 are O. Surmila and Nganbi Chanu of Manipur University of Culture, Pukrambam Tejpati of Cosmopolitan Cultural Institute, Y. Sarita of Tapasya, and T. Lilabati of Folk Fusion lyricist M. Indrajit of Manipur University. Well, those are the updates this evening. Before we wind up the news, giving you the headlines once again. Gokome's 48 hours total shutdown cripples normal life. And former Chief Minister Okram Ibobi laments government's contradictory actions against its promises on territorial integrity. Thank you for watching Istv English News. Have a very good evening. Goodbye for now.